On the third day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. Happy Friday, everyone, and it's the 3rd day of December. Anyways, hope you guys are having like a wonderful Friday, and it's time for It's a Wrap, where I'm just gonna ramble off a lot of things that happened this week. Tuesday was the Victoria's Secret fashion show. Okay, first of all, I didn't watch it, but I watched it yesterday. That's how cool I am. I just went to go check it out to see what's all the hoopla about. And really, there's not much. It's just women in underwear with big old huge wings walking the runway with a lot of men in business suits, and some of them are very elderly, and I'm just like, creepy. But yeah, everybody was like posting statuses about it. I'm just like, if I was only beautiful and 6 feet, maybe, Speaking of models make a whole bunch of money. Like, all they have to do is, and they get like 25,000 G's just for one shoot. I wish I could do that, but gotta look beautiful for that, and gotta be fit, which is why I'm doing the Just 10 diet. Anyways, and you have to be tall, so that X me out, and I can't even pose either. I can Vogue. Just to give you guys an idea of how much they make, if they do a shoot for French Vogue, they get $125. If they do J. Crew campaign, they get $15,000. If they do Great Paris campaign, they get $172,000. You can't hate them because they're beautiful, but you have to hate them because they get paid a lot because they're beautiful. Why don't we have ugly models? I make a whole bunch of money for that. In other news, U.S. lost hosting the World Cup in 2022, and it's like this whole like, why did we win, or why don't we get to host it? I'm like, calm down, it's just a soccer game. Okay, maybe it's not just a soccer game. To me, it's just a soccer game, but some people are taking this really big, So we lost to some Quetta. It started with a Q. I don't even know where it is either. 2018, Russia is going to host the game. So it's that time of year where they're coming out with all these bunch of lists of like things of the of 2010. I have 2010 top searches. So number 1 was the BP oil spill, because that was a big thing. Number 2 was the World Cup. Number 3 was Miley Cyrus. How did she get to become one of the big top searches? Number 4 was Kim Kardashian. Number 5 was Lady Gaga. Number 6 was iPhone. Number 7 was Megan Fox. It's sad that I have to say, who is she again? Number 8 was Justin Bieber. Number 9 was American Idol. Why? And number 10 was Britney Spears. Now, my second list is 2010 top obsessions. So this is like what the whole world is obsessed with. Number 1 was the iPhone. I have to say I'm kind of obsessed with it, and I might be getting one for Christmas. Number 2, Lindsay Lohan. I'm not obsessed with her, and I don't know why the world is. I really don't know what's going on. I know she's been to court a couple of times and crying. Number 3 is the iPad. Yes, I am a little obsessed with it. That thing is a big, giant iPod, and you get to do things and bigger, and, bigger is always better. Number 4 is Glee. I'm not obsessed with Glee at all, but my sister is. And my friends are, and the whole world is. There we go. Number 5 was Jersey Shore, another thing I wasn't obsessed with. Number 6, Facebook. I'm a Facebook addict. I can't live without Facebook. Even though sometimes I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna delete it, and I don't post for a couple of days, but I'm on it. And then all my other websites are connected to it, so whatever I post on the other websites still goes on Facebook. Number 7 was bed bugs. This outbreak with these little critters in our beds. Number 8 was the Tea Party. They were always existing, but they became big this year. Everybody's obsessed with it, especially Christy O'Donnell. Number 9 was silly bands. One of the dumbest things I ever thought was invented. Next to remember those light up binkies that we would have in the 90s? It was the kids, we would have the light up binkies. I never had one, but all my friends did, and I was like, I wish I had one. But then when I look at it, I'm glad that I didn't have one. That was stupid. And those light up gushy balls where you throw them and they light up and they smell really bad. And I had one, but they smell. I didn't really want to play with it. Your fingers start smelling like Nasty. Number 10 is, I can't say his name, but it's Stag Larson's The Girl. I don't know what it is, and I didn't really care to bother because I know I'm not obsessed with it because I don't know anything about it. But it's a novel, The Girl, and I'm not sure if I'm saying the guy's name right. Oh well. Now let's go off the topic to random information. The two top baby names are Sophia and Aiden. Sophia for a girl and Aiden for a boy. They're not bad names, but I mean, I feel like I know so many Sophias and Aidens. Well, not a lot of Aidens, but you know, if I were to have kids, right now I haven't thought of any girl names, but for boys, like I would name him Paige Vincent with a Russian name like Supernavoskia. Paige Vincent Supernavoskia. Something like that. Or if I had another son, I would name him Aaron Maximilian Supernavoskia. Maybe I might marry a Russian if they like black people. Now let's move along to politics. I didn't really do much politics searching because I missed this whole week. I didn't see Good Morning America at all or the news. So, you know, and I've been trying to clean up this storage room that I told you about that I'm cleaning. So I really haven't been in a lot of things. When January comes, when the Congress they meet or whatever, I forgot the word that they use, but it will be the first in 65 years that no one from the Kennedy family will be there. And I'm just like, oh snap, crackle and poppin'. But yeah, because you know most of them are dead, or you know, some of them stepped out and stuff like that. So I'm like, oh man, we're not gonna have a Kennedy anybody from the Kennedy family. And I heard that you're like the most famous political family, you know. And you know, they were looking at people that might try to go in, you know, for the next few years or whatever. And then they just came up with this random Ted Kennedy III, and he's like 11 years old, and he's like, they have a picture of him in a suit and stuff, and he's like, he wants to run for like Senate in 2044. Is the world going to exist then? Be real about it. Oh, speaking about the world existing, so I heard from other sources, or my sister, that she learned that the guy that predicted that the world was going to end in 2012 because based on the Mayan calendar, he was 500 years off. 500 years off? Is that how it works? I'm just going to live each day to its fullest and just whatever happens, happen. If I see a great, like the sky just turns randomly gray, I'm going to be like, oh my god, run for bed. I just want, you know, I want to be peaceful if, you know, everything just goes